Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to yet another video. So in today's video we've got 4 AutoWorld cars. Gonna be kind of a shorter video since we only have 4 cars, but they are 4 cars that I have picked out recently that I just absolutely could not resist. Very good looking castings. So first on the list, and if you'll notice I did tilt the camera upwards a little bit so we can get a better view of the cars while we look at them here. So first on the list is our 73 Ford Mustang Mach 1. This is a new one from AutoWorld. I think this just came out, yeah, 2022 release one. So this guy just came out in, I think, May. We've got a 62 Chevy Impala SS 409. This is very similar to the lowriders that we've seen from AutoWorld. However, this is more of a factory paint job and factory details on here, so very good looking car. This is from 2020, release number 3, you can see there. We've got, this is probably my favorite one, 66 Oldsmobile F-85. This is a really cool car. I have never seen a toy F-85 before. This is such a neat car. This guy from 2019, release number 4. And lastly, down here on the end, we have our third 1966 Chevy Suburban. So I do have 2 other 66 Chevy Suburbans from AutoWorld, one being dark blue, one being gray. So maybe we'll pull those down when we get this guy out of the box. And this guy is from 2021, release number 3. So let's get right into our first car, our Mustang here, and we will pull the lift over and retilt our camera so that we can get a good look at it. Alright, so here's our 73 Mach 1. If we can push this hood open a little bit more, it does kind of want to droop a little bit. But under the hood there, we've got, I believe that's a 351 under there by the 73. I don't think they had a 429 in these guys anymore. I think 73 was when we were starting to see the low horsepower numbers and doing away with some of the bigger motors. Your base motor in this thing was a 302, but you did have the 351 as an option. Very sharp looking car. As always, I do like the early Mustangs quite a bit. Really good looking wheels on here. Get that hood closed all the way. There's our Mach 1 stripe on the side. It looks very nice. It says Mustang up there on the front fender. Mach 1 back here in front of the rear fender. Yeah, really interestingly shaped car. Being a 73, that fastback is almost kind of hatchbacky. It kind of reminds me of the way the Javelins are shaped almost. You pull a Javelin down. Maybe not. Anyway, yeah, I really love this car a lot. I love that it's from AutoWorld. All of our cars today are from AutoWorld, so we can expect to see nothing but perfection on these guys. We've got our license plate there. It says, come on, focus. It says 73 Mach 1. There you go. In case you were confused. Yeah, very sharp looking car. I like this. We've got black interior in here. I really like this copper color. Really nice. And of course the big black stripe on the hood adds some definition to the front of it. So I believe in my readings I found that the 73 was the first year for this front end. This is a bit of an updated front end as opposed to the 71 and 72s. But I think it looks really good. Our hood is having some trouble staying perfectly closed here. Oh well. So we will take a quick look at our card here for the Mustang. Is it going to be easier to do it like this? Yes, okay. Here's our premium facts. This is the first release of our new 1973 Mustang Mach 1 casting. Yes, AutoWorld has never done a 73 Mustang before. Where do I put my hands? Many AutoWorld castings are developed to span multiple years. With an all-new front end, we can now replicate the Ford Mustang from 71 through 73. And then down here, our paint code is medium copper poly. Dropping the card on you. And then if we take a peek at the back, we do have the rest of the cars in this series. So we've got an 86 Silverado K10 step side. We have that guy, the red one. He is right here. The 2019 Nicky Chevy Camaro ZL1 1LE. I've seen that a few times. It doesn't really scream out to me, but maybe I'll grab it if I see it enough times, or if I want to do another Camaro video. 75 Cadillac Eldorado, a 78 Lincoln Continental Mark V. I imagine, like they said, their castings are meant to span multiple years. So in the last release, we had a 77 Lincoln Continental Mark V. So I wonder if they took that 77 casting and just changed a few little things on it and to make it into a 78. That's probably what they did. Our 73 Plymouth Roadrunner, we also have that guy. If I can find him real quick, I'll show him to you. Yep, right here. So there's our 73 Roadrunner. And then down at the bottom it does say the 73 Ford Mustang Mach 1. So that is 3 cars from this series, and then this is all 6 in 2021 release number 4. We do have quite a few of those. I have both of the Challenger Trans Ams. I have both of those Hellcats, both of those Suburbans, and I have one of those 85 Silverados. I don't have the Supras because I have no interest in the Supras. So anyway, we'll get that card tucked away in the drawer, bring our Mustang back over here, get a good one more good look at him. That is a really good looking car. Sorry, I'm talking to you as I'm walking away. So we'll get the cover off of the garage, and we will get him parked up in the parking garage for later. And now we will move on to our 1962 Chevy Impala SS 409 convertible. Very, very cool car. Another black car with red interior. Really good looking. Okay, so here is our 62 Chevy Impala SS with the 409 under the hood. Very sharp looking car, very good looking. I do like all the detail under the hood there. The nice big block in there, that does look good. So that is a 409. I believe in a previous video I may have made some misinformed comments about big blocks versus small blocks. There's a crossover for the big block versus small block. So you can have a 396 big block and a 400 small block, but the 409 is a big block. I think in a previous video I might have said the 409 was a small block or something. And then the old 427, so the 427 that you could get in this guy was a big block, whereas the 427 that is available in the newer Z06 Corvettes from the last 20 years, that is a small block. So, just clearing up any confusion I may have created. Also, last night I mentioned the Corvette, 58 Corvette. I said 289 cubic inch V8. That should be 283. There's a 283 cubic inch V8. So I was a couple inches off there. But anyway, back to this guy, the 62 Chevy Impala. Nice bright red interior, looks really good. There's our big shifter sticking up out of the floor there. Nice 4 on the floor. 409 with a 4-speed. This thing is probably a monster. There's our license plate, Super Sport 409, and all of our badging, our Impala badge and Chevrolet badge on the trunks there, or on the trunk there. Another Impala badge towards the back of the car, as you can see. I really do like these wheels. As always, I like when they do steel wheels with chrome center caps, and again, we do have red line tires on here to complement the red interior. Looks very good. I love the amount of detail in this interior. You can actually see the crank for the back window right there. Very cool. Even the red sun visors on the windshield there looks very good. Very sharp looking car. I really do like having this as much as I love the lowriders. It's cool to have one that is unmodified and looks stock, you know. It's nice to have that as even just a comparison we'll, real quick, for comparison's sake, here is our 62 lowrider Impala. As you can see, difference in wheel size along with paint job. So nice to have a factory one, especially in such a sharp color combination. Get that guy back on the shelf. And we'll take a look at our card here. So we've got, is there a way I can, yeah, okay, that's perfect. In 1962, Chevrolet was celebrating its golden 50th anniversary, so that means 1912 was the beginning. The top of the line 409 V8 engine came in both single and dual 4-barrel combinations, so dual 4 barrels on a 409. That baby would probably scream. And then there is our paint code down at the bottom, tuxedo black. Take a look at the back of the card. We do have all 6 in 2020 release number 2. So there's a 2019 Silverado, 77 Chevy Bonanza Cheyenne C10. That's pretty cool. I might want to grab that. 2018 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. 75 Buick Estate Wagon, 2011 Chevy Camaro RS SS, and a 68 Chevy Chevelle SS 396. 66 Chevelle. That's pretty cool. We just saw a 67 Chevelle in our last video. And there's the card again, so we'll get that tucked away in the drawer. Now, did we look under the Mustang and under the Impala? I always forget to do this. I always remember this on the second car. So we'll take a quick look underneath the Mustang, just because AutoWorld does usually seem to have a hair more detail on the bases. Things like gas tank, exhaust pipes, leaf springs, frame rails, you know. There's just a little bit more detail on the bottom of the AutoWorld cars, it seems like, than some of the other stuff. Although they do not ever have a year, make, or model listed. But either way, still nice to look at. So, we will get into our Oldsmobile F-85, my personal favorite. I was just looking at one of these on Facebook Marketplace, a real one. A real Oldsmobile F-85. The guy wanted like $6 grand for it. It had the original motor and everything in it, and I was all over it. And it was for sale for a day. And someone bought it. So, let's get this guy out of the box and take a closer look. All right, look at this thing. This is absolutely gorgeous. We've got the hood open there to expose our 400 big block, or 400 small block. This is a 400 small block, I believe, in the Oldsmobiles. Made about 350 horsepower, which is not not any kind of slouch, especially in a car like this. We've got twin headlights up in the front. I absolutely love that look. Get the hood closed there so you can get a better view of the whole car. Very sharp looking car. I absolutely love this F-85. I like Oldsmobiles a lot. I think this is my first Oldsmobile in my collection. I have four or five Buicks, lots of Pontiacs, a couple Cadillacs, an army of Chevys, but I think this is my first Oldsmobile. GMCs too. I've got pretty much everything except for Oldsmobiles. So very excited to be adding this guy to the collection. We've got some nice red interior in there. That looks really good. Again, with the steel wheels to match the car with chrome center caps, look really good. Really, really sharp looking. This almost kind of looks like the Chevelle from last night. Maybe similar designs, being that they're both General Motors. There's our big Oldsmobile lettering right across the back there, if you can read that. And then our license plate, of course, does say F-85, and there's our F-85 badge on the trunk as well. Very good looking car. I like the white top with the red and white. Looks very sharp. Yeah, like I was saying, I found one of these for sale on Facebook Marketplace, and in relatively good condition. It wasn't restored, but it was you know, you could tell it's been garage kept since it was bought new, original owner. So it was really well taken care of. Perfectly good to be daily driven or whatever. And I've been thinking about maybe going after like a classic car, sell them off a couple of my trucks, and maybe picking up a classic or something. And I saw this F-85 and I was like, man, that is cool. And I went to go show the listing for the car to a friend of mine later in the day, and it had already sold. It was there, and as soon as it was there, it was gone. So definitely a really good deal. The guy only wanted like $6 grand for it, and it was in good shape. It was this color too. I think the roof was red though. It might have been black. I can't remember. But anyway, let's take a look at our card here, since we now have room for the car and the card on screen. So I do like that. It says, striving to constantly innovate, we have altered this tool by removing... Come on, can you focus on that, please? There we go. Okay, let's start that over. Striving to constantly innovate, we have altered this tool by removing the side fender vents as seen in previous releases, allowing us to replicate the 1966 Olds F-85. Two-door versions of the F-85 with a B-pillar were called Sport Coupes. If it had no pillar, it was a Holiday Coupe. Interesting. So we do have a B-pillar here. I guess that means this is a Sport Coupe, being A-pillar, B-pillar, C-pillar. So this is a Sport Coupe. Very cool. Sporty. We'll take a look at the back of the card real quick. So this is the rest of the series here. We've got a lot of really cool stuff in here. Some muscle trucks, 2018 F-150 Lariat, 75 Chevy Silverado C10 fleet side. That's pretty cool. 75. They've got a 71 Dodge Dart Swinger. We just saw a 70 Dart Swinger last night. 67 Ford Mustang GTA. The 65 Plymouth Barracuda Formula S. Okay, so that's very similar to our 64. And that was in 2019 release 4. There's our 66 F-85. So there is a 65 Barracuda Formula S out there as well. I might have to track that down too. Very cool. We'll get the card into the box and our car into the parking garage. And we will get into our last vehicle here, the 1966 Chevy Suburban in bright red. Looks very, very sharp. So let's get this guy out of the box. Alright, so here's our 66 Chevy Suburban. Now, so we're taking a look under the hood there. We can just about make out the motor. The hood does not want to open up all the way. If I tilt this back, careful. We've seen under the hood of this casting before though. Now, in previous videos, I did state that this was a 350 truck, the 66 Suburban. However, that is not true, so we're doing a lot of engine corrections today. The V8's available in the 66 Chevy Suburban. So from 63 to 66, there was a 292 cubic inch V8 available. There was always a 305 in pretty much all the years available. And then in 1966 only, there was a 327. So we'll go ahead and say that's probably a 327 under the hood of there. But the 350 small block was not an option for the 1966 Chevy Suburban. Even so, very cool looking truck. We do have a lot of great detail on here. There is our weight rating, tow rating, whatever you want to call it, C10 badge there. Because this is, I believe, we'll take a look underneath. Yeah, this is two-wheel drive. No transfer case in the middle, so this would be a C10 Suburban. Nice white wall tires on there. I do like the color-matched wheels. Again, been seeing some of that in this video. Come around to the back. Our license plate says 1966. Very creative. Very good looking truck. Like I always say, I've had this truck on the channel twice before, as you can see back here, and I just don't get tired of it. It is such a good looking truck. It really is. It looks like a little old school bus kind of, but especially with the two doors. But Very sharp looking. Nice white interior in there. Goes great with the red truck. Yeah, I think the red is really the right color for this thing. So we do have the other two 1966 Suburbans in gray and blue here. But I think really the red is probably my favorite. Get those back in the shelf. I may put this guy up in the display case with everything else just because it does look so good. Yeah, nice big 60/40. Oh, get it out of the reflection. There you go. You can see the, and can we focus on it? There you go. The 60/40, that's why they're called 60/40 bench seats, because you've got 60% of the seat over here and 40% over here on the passenger side. Really cool that they added that in, that there's your 60/40 split bench seat in the front of the truck there. Another bench seat in the back. It's very good. Very, very good looking. So we'll take a quick look at our card. Get ready to wrap things up here for today. I think we looked underneath everything, right? We looked underneath this. Yeah, because we said it was two-wheel drive. So here are our premium facts. This is the first release of our Chevy Suburban casting as a 1966. So this, yeah, this is an older one. Minor detail differences from our 1965 model year include the silver spear along the side and a new Chevy 10 emblem on the front fender. And our paint code is red. So these are 1966s as well, I believe. Yes, okay. Just want to make sure of that. So, as they were saying, yeah, you've got a new C10 badge and this chrome spear down the side. So all three of my Suburbans are 1966s. So if we take a look at the back of the card here, we do have the rest of the vehicles in 2021 release number 3. We've got an 83 Silverado, 2019 F-150, 2017 Jeep Wrangler Sahara Unlimited, the 94 Supra, and a 2019 Challenger SRT Hellcat. So, 2019 Hellcat. Interesting. I think all my Hellcats are 2018s. And then we do have a previous series over here. So, very cool. We'll get that card tucked away in the drawer. And we will get this guy into the parking garage and get the parking garage ready for one final look. Alright, so here is our 73 Ford Mustang Mach 1. Our 62 Chevy Impala SS. If we can focus on it. Come on. Get it. There we go. That's better. Our 66 Oldsmobile F-85. And our 1966 Chevy Suburban. So now that we've only done 4 cars for today's video, we can consolidate everything to one floor. But that will about do it for today. So make sure if you enjoyed the video to leave a like, leave a comment just to say hi, and go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me, and I will see you in the next video.